the exhibition called War of Words, dedicated to Tom Wintringham. He was a journalist, he was a soldier, he was a politician. He wrote on subjects from philosophy to guerrilla warfare, and he was a household name in his own day, as well as being celebrated in an exhibition called War on Words today. It's one of the lit.com events we heard about yesterday. It's on at the Fishing Heritage Centre, and that's where the BBC Bus team has been today to hear more about the 4th Festival of Literature and Comedy. Phil Smith from Nunthorpe Library told Judy Murden about the efforts that went into producing War on Words.
An awful lot of work has to go into selecting the material. There's just so much. Making a comprehensive exhibition is almost impossible. You know, you have to just pick small samples of what he did, because he was just so productive in so many different fields, in arts, in literature, publishing other people's work, publishing his own work. He was involved in the general strike, he was involved in promoting air raid precautions, he was involved in the ILP, he was involved in the Communist Party, he was involved in the Commonwealth Party, he was involved in the Labour Party, he was involved in the Home Guard, he was involved in calls for the Second Front, he made films, he made radio programmes, he wrote in magazines both here in the US, he was involved in the Home Rule for India campaign, and Nehru and Gandhi wanted him to go over and start Home Guard schools in India, and in fact one of the reasons why the Cripps Commission failed and Nehru and Gandhi went to prison was because the British government wouldn't let Wintringham go over. You know, really key, fundamental character at the time, and now unfortunately forgotten.
So many fantastic achievements. It's like it's more than one life somehow in one person. This is how some visitors today have reacted to the exhibition.
The whole display is absolutely fabulous. The name didn't mean anything to me at all because we're visitors to the area. The Home Guard, we all know about the Home Guard, but I didn't know the beginnings of it and how involved it all was. And the layout and presentation is terrific. And it should be a permanent exhibition for everyone to see.
It's marvellous. It's really nice. It's a lovely place here at North.
How much did you know about Tom Wintringham before you came?
Very, very little. I did read the book about a couple of years ago, and prior to that I didn't know anything about him at all. And I feel it's a shame, really, that there isn't anything more known about him in the town, because he was, you know, a great guy, really, and someone to be proud of. It's a pity there isn't a permanent memorial or a statue or some such thing, you know.
What do you think of that idea of making this permanent?
It certainly would be great to have a permanent memorial to Tom in some fashion, and indeed to all of the people who served in the Home Guard and served in what was a very real military activity. You know, I mean, they didn't know the invasion wasn't going to come. You know, when those guys went out and sort of defended their towns, you know, using makeshift weapons and so on, the threat was very, very real. Equally, you know, there are very few monuments to the members of the international brigades who served in Spain, who attempted to defeat fascism earlier, and none at all to this tremendous character who was such a terrific polymath and just a fantastic writer, apart from anything else.
So you can see the exhibition at the Grimsby Fishing Heritage Centre. That was Phil Smith, a librarian at the Nunthorpe Library. The exhibition called War of Words, dedicated to Tom Wintringham. Hugh Purcell is Tom Winchringham's biographer, and he'll be speaking this Friday, by the way, at the Central Library in Grimsby at 7:30 as part of lit.com. Right, BBC Radio Humberside here. Hello, good afternoon. It's 4 minutes to 5. I've got the news on the way for you right after UB.
The Home Guard, we all know about the Home Guard, but I didn't know the beginnings of it and how involved it all was, and the layout and presentation is terrific.
Fantastic.
Should be permanent. Thank you.
Will you just tell me that again? Will you just tell me the layout is fantastic?
The layout.
Let me shush. Okay.
The layout and presentation is fantastic, and it should be a permanent exhibition for everyone to see.
What kind of impression has it left on you?
Well, the same as the wife. It's very. I was surprised. I didn't think it would be as good as this. I thought it'd be that's a little odds and ends, but I was pleasantly surprised. And as the wife said, it's really nice. I'm also pleased that we came in to see it. Yes.
What have you learned about Tom Wintringham?
Well, I didn't know anything about him at all, but as being the Home Guard. I wasn't in it myself, I hasten to add. But, you know, you saw it at my, if you like, on Dad's Army, but because that's everybody, I think, goes back to that. But it's marvellous. It's really nice. It's a lovely place here.
And we've got